All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarah Soon said he kicked back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. That's right, family. It's going down tomorrow. It's going to be a powerful day. I want you in the house. We talking about Freemasonry exposed. It's right there in the video description, right there in the chat. Also, you could click that link and be front row and center for one of the most powerful presentation expose that you can ever witness in your lifetime. I got a lot of serious work for your family. You understand what I'm saying? You're talking about just information on top of information that's gonna blow the, but I'm gonna weave it together for you like no other. You see what I'm saying? Freemasonry exposed a shocking revelation. We're gonna be exposing the gatekeepers and oath takers, and you know what I'm saying? The structure of Freemasonry, how to neutralize it, what it's doing to as far as the demise of our aspirations of liberation. We got to deal with it today, family. You know, Freemasonry being in almost all aspects of society in a way, you understand what I'm saying, of control. And if you don't understand that, you ain't going nowhere. So we want you in the house. Click that link. Begin to think. Don't you hesitate to elevate. And if you are a member of the Sarah Soon Said YouTube page, and are you? If you're not, you should think about it. You can click the join button in the video description in the chat. It'll take you to a video. It'll give you an video introduction on the memberships, what they entail. If you see one of the memberships you like, you should most definitely join those that are in the third and fourth tier of the memberships, or get free access to this live stream. And we have one on the 30th, and you will also get access to that if you're in the fourth tier. You see, you get two, and these is all powerful. You see, plus other, you know, other members only videos. And so most definitely check it out. Is well worth it. And so click that link and join the team. That's right. Ring the alarm, KingSeti.com online marketplace. We're talking about 25% off at this time. Wait a minute. Let me get up here, family. Talking about 25% off selected products at this time. Official General Sarah Soon Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, incense and oils. And we also got a new collection of handmade African beads straight from Ghana. I believe some are from Nigeria also. And so you see, we got a new collection of bracelets and necklaces that we're going to be, providing for the people. And so, yes, they are amazing. They're beautiful. You know, our people are very colorful. And, you know, these are handmade beads straight from the motherland. So, of course, it got amazing energy. So check us out. When you get to the site, go to jewelry, scroll down to African beads, and boom, you'll see the collection of handmade African beads, bracelets, and necklaces. 25% off selected products at this time, KingSeti.com. Pull the fire alarm, GeneralSeti.com, Seti University. We're talking about over 1,000 videos on African history, heritage, spirituality, nation building, advanced African academics, developing the Black nation one lesson at a time. The complete General Sarah Soon Seti website. Man, I just put a ton of videos on there today. You see what I'm saying? Listen, when you start talking about doing in so many major subjects, you talking about over 20 years, whether it's the Olmec, whether it's the Naga Kushites of India and that South East Asia area, whether it's Mesopotamia, you see what I'm saying? Whether it's Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Hinduism, the military geography, the holiday Holocaust, the Black woman is God, the occult. You see what I'm saying? And so many, you know, man, nobody got such a well-rounded resume with so much research in each subject. than General SETI. That's just facts. You know what I'm saying? Pull the resume, man. That's all you had to do. Let's do this shit, you know? And so, you know, after so many years, you know, the information is there for you. You can go in, tap in, and I guarantee you, like I say, there's enough videos on the site where you could watch 2-3 videos every day for about 3-4 years and never have to watch the same 2 or 3 twice. That's information that can be accessed. You're going to need time to research it, and I guarantee you, once you research it, you see what I'm saying? It cannot be refuted, or it's something, a foundation for you to stand on where you can continue to do further research, man, and that's real. So check it out, generalseti.com. Just check it out and tell me what you think. You can thank me later. That's right, General SETI popping on Patreon, BPC making noise. We never come, exclusive live stream, too hot to handle on YouTube, or just so exquisite that we keep it for our family on Patreon. We're going to go in deeper on this about Jamie. Targeted by the gatekeepers. How long can he survive? See, when you go here, see, I got some videos that I want to show y'all, and I'm gonna take you, you know, a step further than what I'm gonna take you here. You see what I'm saying? Because it's just it's on a level where, you know, I feel that, you know, these motherfuckers out here, you know, the way I got to drop it and give it up and show you what it is, it got to be a little bit behind the scenes so these motherfuckers don't try, you know what I'm saying, to take it down and this, that, and the third. And so, yes, you know, he was targeted. He was brought before, the gatekeeper tribunal. And they told his ass, you know what I'm saying? You know, that, you know, this is how you need to do this from now on. And so, you know, they was like, you know, we want to initiate you, you see? And so, and so he's, you know, he's been giving up information, you know, that, you know, I don't think they was comfortable with him giving up. You know what I'm saying? He's opening up his mouth on some of these gatekeepers and who was there, you know, and this seems to be, you know, the same gatekeepers that keep popping up over and over in other people's story about, you know, these dealings and shit. You know what I'm saying? Where you got these Boulay niggas, and the Boulay is, you know, advisors to the king. These is the higher up niggas that, you know, funnel black people through entertainment, through sports, through music. You see what I'm saying? They got to come and, you know, and that's their responsibility. You see, making sure that they in line with this agenda. You see, and once you come in, you know, if you turn it down, they still might target you. You see what I'm saying? You might not be able to go no further in your career. You see what I'm saying? So that's just how it is. And you know, with Harvey Weinstein being so high up, you know, and you see how, when you see how the high ups run, and it's each stage down, as it funneled down, it's another gate. It's like when you playing that goddamn video game and you got what they call bosses and shit, where you get so far down, then you come to a boss, and then you get past that boss, and then you come to another boss, where each boss gonna give you a ritual, gonna give you, you know, what's necessary for you to pass the boss. You just can't beat him. You got to go through rituals to get past that boss. You see what I'm saying? And so that's how it go. You see? And so, you know, and each ritual is more or less, you know, a form of blackmail on a motherfucker, that they got something on your ass. You see what I'm saying? That they could pull that file on you. You understand? And end your shit in a second. You see? And so, yeah, and so Ice Cube, we also going to be talking about this evening. Will Ice Cube need protection? Now he's exposing Hollywood gatekeepers. You see, they not finding motherfuckers opening up their mouth. They feel like, nigga, you can't, you know, and you can ride out if you choose, and you know, and I commend. But if you didn't already sign, and now you wanna put the motherfucker in reverse, you see, and very well that might be an opportunity. You know, that might be what you feel you need to do. But you should understand, when you sign on these lines like this, and you take, and obviously, in order for a motherfucker to get where they're going, they had to already go through some form of some rituals. Motherfuckers not gonna let you just make money like that. They gonna get something. Nigga, they gonna make more than you gonna make for a long time before they allow you in the door to get some of that. You see what I'm saying? And they still gonna get some, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Is just like Freemasonry. You go up in degrees, and it's a ritual for every goddamn degree. When you come into the fraternity, what are you willing to give up to be down with this group? You see what I'm saying? So now he's coming out. And like I say, Ice Cube, then said a lot of, disrespectful things about the woman, the black woman and shit. And we must speak on that. Even though he's had some conscious moments, he didn't have some nigga moments too. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is that the master don't like you stepping out of line one time. They don't want to see a nigga step out of line and speak on them in a certain manner like that. And so he done spoke on the beast in a certain manner that they ain't never forgot that. You see what I'm saying? And so now, I don't know, he probably got more against him than with him. The niggas that, just like Kyrie, yeah, you'll speak, but then when they was putting that pressure on his ass, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody able to get the pressure up off of him. You understand? Kyrie was a humiliation ritual where they humiliated him, and though it was some that spoke out, the powers to be never took that nigga out the vice grips. They squoze his ass even with motherfuckers talking about it. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So they showing you like, we don't give a fuck. You understand? You do so and so, and you come against the powers to be, we crushing your ass. And so that's the reality of it. You see what I'm saying? And so now we got to look and see, if Ice Cube gonna be in the crosshairs. You see what I'm saying? And so we have to look out for that and see, and at least keep our eyes on the brother to make sure you see that he just don't up and something happened to the brother. You see what I'm saying? And so now we talking about, and I have to talk about this, each stage separately. Oprah and what she been doing, and we gonna be dealing with the other gatekeepers. You understand? We gonna be dealing with Quincy Jones. You see, it seemed to be him. It seemed to be Oprah. It seemed to be Quincy Jones. That name keep coming up over and over. Puffy. These three names is just like, those are the three that just keep coming up over and over and over. Oprah, Puffy, Quincy Jones. Now they got Quincy Jones. They say he's the godfather of black music, the industry. He's the godfather. You see what I'm saying? He done produced so many motherfuckers. They call him the godfather of modern black music. So they saying anything or anyone that that came, you got to come by way of Quincy Jones. Okay? And so, Oprah is one of the gatekeepers in entertainment, and Puffy, you understand, was, playing that role, and, in rap, you see, he was playing that role, being under them Jews and shit, and this, that, and the third. We got to say that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They got you got to say that. And so we most definitely got to do our research. Only in the shit that they talking about with Quincy Jones, he just as wicked. Both of them. Quincy might be even more wicked than they both wicked. All of them. Man, they wicked, man. Them three motherfuckers right there. They resume speaks for themselves. I don't follow tabloid shit. But after a while, man, motherfuckers talk. You know what I'm saying? And when too many people, you have to, goddamn, you have to dig, you have to accept some shit. You know what I'm saying? And these three that just over and over and over and over and over. You see what I'm saying? If you're a good motherfucker, then your reputation should precede you in being a good person. But none of these motherfuckers got a good, and people's is coming out on them Even the motherfuckers in Make the Band. I think that was his Puffy shit on TV. Motherfuckers coming out saying he was doing humiliation rituals on a lot of them and the artists and shit. Yeah, but the shit they talking about with Quincy Jones and man, you talking about Tupac. They talking about fucking fucking Will Smith and all this shit. Yeah, I say what? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, what kind of shit is going on out there? You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, I can see why some of them niggas just get out the goddamn game. You know what I'm saying? You just see some of them just drop out. They be fucking actors and shit, and they just quit. You know what I'm saying? You don't even see them no more, and they say they quit. They just throw the motherfucking towel in because, you know what I'm saying? It just, if you ain't independent and you ain't doing no independent shit, and even then, you can see right now, we're going to be talking about this Mel Gibson movie where he's supposedly coming out and he's exposing a lot of these elites in Hollywood that they are child trafficking. And no major whether it's Netflix or whether it's Disney and shit or none of that. And we don't expect Disney going because they got a fucking wicked ass agenda that people got to talk about. Yeah, this man, listen, man, it is a wicked, 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 wicked world out here. Yeah, it is wicked, 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 wicked out here. And as I start, to look deeper, I've heard, and I'm the type where, like, I know Hollywood is sick. I know that, and I tend to try to, but the Freemasonry, as I do my research in a lot of these groups, they the ones that are in control of the music industry, so I have to look at those facts. Freemasonry, the Jesuits, you see, a lot of them is in control of this industry, and so a lot of the rituals they perform and the shit is so crazy. Because earlier, when I started doing the making of a nigga, and the shit that I would, I'm just doing research. I'm not really aware of this shit. Like when I first started, like 2007. The internet, YouTube is just coming on the scene and shit. So you don't have a lot of the information out here like you got today. You see what I'm saying? With now that everybody can, put information out, now it's really blown. You see what I'm saying? And so, now today, again, like I didn't know this shit. Now I'm doing the research and I'm like, and the one thing, the fact that I was going to bring up, like I noticed, I was doing the making of a nigga and I was looking at how they was whipping the slaves and they would also paddle the slaves. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that they was paddling the slaves. And I be goddamn, you see that in the fraternities and all of that, you see how they paddle, they fucking, they initiates and all this shit. This, that, and the third, they didn't carry that shit from slavery, even into the fraternities. You see what I'm saying? And what we got to understand, and like I say, I don't know how they do in the sororities. I don't know if they hazing. Most of the time when you hear about it, you just hear about it from the fraternities. Yeah, you just hear about it from the fraternity. But if you look again, if you look up, you look up lynching and or just put paddling. You could just put paddling slaves, and you will see those masters. They'll have them bounded. You see what I'm saying? They are buying their ass, you know, legs and feet, and you can see them paddling them and shit. You see what I'm saying? So they done brought that shit even into goddamn where they paddling motherfuckers and this, that, and the third. This is a wicked institution, man. You know, and so a lot of the shit that they've been doing since they was in Europe. Like, you know, the hazing, the Freemasons brought hazing into fraternities. When I looked at it, I was doing the research, and I say, damn, they saying that even though they're not officially linked, fraternities and Freemasonry. But when you do the research, the founders of many of the fraternities are Freemasons. This is where you look at all their symbols. You see what I'm saying? I seen motherfuckers throwing up the Baphomet. I know a lot of people gonna take they say, said it throwing up. Shut the fuck up. You see, I'm just showing y'all what they do. They throw up the Baphomet. They put up the diamond and shit. That shit already existed in Freemasonry. You see what I'm saying? They are, and so even though they not officially linked, the Freemason, the rules, the regulations and shit, and doing the research, come to find out the hazing aspect is also a part of Freemasonry. Before fraternities, they was hazing their initiates, especially in Europe. But you know, prior to even coming over here, they were already hazing in the Masonic order, where they embarrassing, and they had a particular, which I'm gonna get in detail with about tomorrow, where up in New York, it wasn't that long ago. I believe it may have been 10 years ago, where they was having an initiation in the Masonic Lodge up there in New York. And one of, you know, the older Mason had set it up, and you know, and one of the Masons had a gun, in which they telling everybody that they thought that it was a starter gun. And I don't know if they was gonna scare him, or I don't know what all the ritual entailed. And so when they pointed the motherfucker at the man, find out it's a real gun. They didn't kill the man right there in the damn lodge. Killed him right there in the lodge. Doing some hazing type shit. Humiliation, trying to scare the shit out the man, and this, that, and the third. You understand what I'm saying? Man probably crying and shit, and you understand, pleading for his life and shit, and they pulled the motherfucker, you know, and they want to scare the shit out the man, and this, and ends up killing the man right there in the lodge. I say, what kind of shit is this? So they brought that hazing shit out of Freemasonry into fraternities. And you understand what I'm saying? And like I said, all of the symbolisms and shit, and the crazy shit about it, you know, you got what they call the Boulay. You see what I'm saying? Which is, you know, they consider the Boulay to be the black skull and bones. You see what I'm saying? And so, you know, they started that in Philadelphia. I forget all the Sigma Phi, whatever side. I say sci-fi. You know what I'm, Phi Psi, whatever the fuck it is. You see what I'm saying? But it was started in thank you, family. Thank you. Yeah, it started in Philadelphia. You understand? But the crazy shit about it, it's a lot of groups out here connected to them that you don't even know connected to them. And so they, you know, now one of the groups, and we're going to talk about, is called the Links. See, now I said something, but that's the female side of the Boulay. You see what I'm saying? They even got an organization for their children. They say, Darren say, no, they the skull and bones. Say they the skull. I agree with you, brother. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I agree with you. And so so you understand, then you got the Links, which is the female, you understand, version of Boulay. Then you got the children's club. You see what they call Jack and Jill. You understand, where they put the kids in. And it's exclusive as hell. That and they only accept so many members in, and they won't accept no more members in until one of the other ones die. They got a certain number. You understand? And once they hit that number, they don't let no more in until another one die. You see what I'm saying? And it's crazy. And every one of them, each one of these groups is accused of being elitist, and you see this, that, and the third. So they make sure that they got a stage, a group for each level of, from the kids to the women to the men. You understand what I'm saying? And so, this is what it is. And so they the gatekeepers. And they were created and really to, crush the Boulay, to crush the Marcus Garvey Back to Africa movement, W.E.B. Du Bois, and you understand, and all them. And Martin Luther King was in the Boulay. He was in the Boulay. Jesse Jackson was in the Boulay. You see, this nigga that's up on TV right now, what's his name? Roland Martin. Yeah, old bowling ball Roland Martin. Roly-poly. Roland Martin and shit, talking about he checked Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Yeah, see, the same kind of shit. That's he walking, yeah. Yeah, Kamala Harris, yeah, she's in the links. Yeah, she's in the links too. Yes, she is. I seen that. And I seen Oprah, whether she might not be in the links, I seen that they had her at one of their organizations. Yeah. Uh-huh. That's right. So old rolling ball. Yeah, this nigga on the video. Y'all didn't see that? What this nigga talking about? He checked Colin. Man, I went off on that roly-poly Roland Martin. That nigga Boulay. He in Boulay. Yeah. Y'all look him up. He's in the Boulay. And so, so they got all these in. I didn't totally went off, but just, in dealing with, Oprah, if y'all, a lot of people, people don't understand. They come in on some of these, and I know they've been listening, and I might come in because I didn't already talked about it, some of it already. You know what I'm saying? And they say, Seti, damn, we plug in, you talking about something totally different, because they don't understand this is like 3 and 4 videos connected. You understand what I'm saying? You just had to go down the line and you will see it's damn near like a complete it's a complete series. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, so yeah, that they in there. You understand what I'm saying? And so yeah, and we again, we talking about really, and I'm gonna have to do some more research, because the one thing that we not talking about out there is how many of our sisters have gone missing. We're not talking about that. This shit should be like, and I talked, but I got to get back on this. How they pulling our sisters off the streets, the children. Yeah, the children, our sisters. We have to be aware of what the fuck is going on out here, man. Where's our sisters at? Where's our children that's being kidnapped? Where are they at? You understand what I'm saying? We got to talk about this shit. They accusing Oprah Winfrey and her school of really grooming. That's what they saying. That's what they saying. But when she aligning herself with all these motherfuckers that getting crazy numbers for fucking, doing this kind of shit, you have to say, God, you have to take it into consideration. Now, it's some shit that went on down at a school where a lot of the girls was assaulted. It was maybe 6, I believe. And they say it was some bullying going on when the investigation went down, to where, they was bullying the other students not to speak on it. You see what I'm saying? And so you got the one, and then you got the next, you understand, controversy about one of the students bullying the other students. And then one of a baby came up, dead down there. Maybe one of the young girls was pregnant and had a baby, and they, and I don't know how they could not know it. Understand, to be that far gone, and you understand what I'm saying, to have a baby and shit, and nobody knows she's pregnant and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or some crazy shit didn't happen with that. You know what I'm saying? This is wild. This shit is becoming more wild as the day go by. We're gonna be talking about later on this sound of freedom. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you, I'm not no fucking Mel Gibson fan. Because you know what? I'm gonna say this about Mel Gibson. He's a Cro-Magnon Neanderthal, but he wear his shit on his sleeve. You see, he don't hide his shit. He's a racist. He didn't say it, he didn't, been, many times he had to apologize because he didn't win in on niggas. He didn't win in, and they didn't recorded his ass, and he had to come out there and apologize. He didn't win in on the Jews and shit, and this, that, and the third, but he's managed to stay relevant. He one of the only ones that didn't, in his own way, stay relevant, because they showed that even though they didn't chastise him, his money then went up every fucking year since they didn't chastise him. They ain't been able, because it's enough of, Cro-Magnon Neanderthal that support him. You understand what I'm saying? They, they ain't gonna come out in the open, but he got some motherfuckers behind the scene that supported. And it's crazy, some of the motherfuckers that went against him for saying the shit that he said, they showed that that they worked with the motherfucker after the fact. They was one of the staunch motherfuckers saying ban him out of Hollywood, this, that, and the third. And come to find out, some of them same motherfuckers right now today is working with him after all of that. So he's managed to stay relevant. Now, like I say, he wear his shit on his sleeve. He don't, he don't like Jews. He don't like niggas. He say that. And I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. I'm not going to fault a motherfucker for wearing his shit on his sleeve. Okay, being real about it. And so when a motherfucker like that wear their shit on their sleeve, when he start to point motherfuckers out and saying, look, these motherfuckers is doing some crazy shit, I might take that into consideration. Like, he ain't got shit to lose. He ain't really in the inside club like that. He ain't in the inside club like that. They don't really want to fuck with him like that because, he one of them, them motherfuckers that I believe he come from Scotland and shit. He get that liquor in his ass. He gonna come all the way out. So they ain't all the way fond of him like that. You feel what I'm saying? And so he ain't got, what the fuck he gonna gain by putting this shit out like that? He could, if it ain't no truth about it, it could destroy his ass. And even if it is, he didn't put the spotlight on motherfuckers. You see, he didn't put the spotlight on motherfuckers, so they gonna be on his ass about that. And nobody is, as crazy as it is, they talking about it. He got a heavy producer. Major artists, actors in the movie, and is getting no promotion. Nowhere. Nobody's giving it no kind of promotion. And it's talking about stopping child trafficking, women trafficking, and nobody's promoting this shit. Now, we're going to talk about, I ain't going to get off into it too deep because we got to move on right now. But, Freemasonry exposed, shocking revelations. You see, pulling the veil back on the gatekeepers and the oath takers. I want y'all in the house tomorrow. I want you to click that link right down in the video description, in the chat room. I want you in the spot tomorrow. You need to see this shit. I'm going to blow your mind, family. This is General Sarasun said he don't go nowhere. We got one more for the early evening, and then we'll be back here later on. This is General Sarasun said, he said, hey, arm yourself with knowledge, Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.